All right, go ahead.
So this is the thing that we use to clean out the stove so we can start the fire. So there's normally a lot of charcoal and ash in here, so we just have to clean it out with the handle of this so that we can start the fire. And this is our ash box that which is actually from the wood stove. So we just put it back in the wood stove once it's done. Could you grab me some paper, please?
Paper? What are you thinking? Paper. What do we usually use?
Paper towel.
Fabric?
Fine.
Hey everybody. Kai wanted to show you how we're starting a fire this fine June morning. Gosmania Homestead is here. Noah is here.
It's freezing today.
It's pretty cold today, and I don't know what the temps are supposed to get to later. But this house is pretty well insulated everywhere but the floor, which means that because it cooled off at night, it's cool in the morning. So Kai is going to go put the ash box up. And I'm having a hard time reading comments, so hopefully they will scroll a little bit.
Mom, is this stuff good?
Yep, that stuff is good.
Okay.
Go ahead and grab it and grab your box and grab your matches. Okay, Pennsylvania is 11:15 here and with the AC on. I'm not sure what our temperatures are this morning, but I would bet they're in the maybe 40s. It is pretty cold. Okay, Kai, you got a live stream going and you're not sitting in front of the stove. Let your sister grab you some stuff. Okay, and you need to maybe push your wood in just a little bit more so it's not peeking out. Gosmania said hot and humid here in Mississippi. Okay, maybe you need to pull out your kindling a little bit and put your big piece in first. And that way you can get it seated really good. Hey, Tubular Guy 9. Let's see, Stony Creek Heritage Farm. Good morning. Hope you're feeling better. All right, does it shut better now? Okay, so now you can get your little piece. Start with your little piece. Usually I like to let the girls use candles, but I don't think I have any candles right now. So go ahead and light your match. Yes, it is warm in Oklahoma, and we have had very warm mornings here, but we do get frosts well into June. A couple years ago, we had a big frost on June 28th. And so the nice thing is that just put it all the way in, honey. Put the match in. You don't need to take it back out. Let it get started. Hey, Tyler from South Texas. The issue is, as long as we don't have a freeze, we enjoy this colder weather because we do get some bright, sunny, warm days. But it's kind of fun every once in a while in the middle of summer to wake up to 40 degrees. The fruit trees don't like it so much, but we were going to flood irrigate this morning, but then decided not to because we didn't want to be cold. Getting cold and wet would make it very hard to work for the rest of the day. What do you think of it, kiddo?
I think I'm going to put in some fabric right here.
Okay.
I don't want this to finish burning out first.
Okay. And Kaya has been really working. You just feed it little pieces of cloth until it gets started. So cut it down so you have a new piece for when you need it. And you're just going to keep feeding it small pieces of cloth until it warms the chimney up, okay?
Yep.
But they need to be small enough that you're not choking down the air supply in there.
Yeah.
Usually I don't use such a big log when I'm in the fire because I like to have some air in between. But, okay, what do you need, kiddo? Is it not ripping right?
Scissors, because I can't rip it.
Okay, better hurry. That little piece isn't going to last very long.
Well, it's actually really hot.
It has, but all she's got in there is a really big log, so it's going to need a little bit of baby in.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know what anybody else is saying right now. We're grateful for the rocket stove because, for one thing, it doesn't heat us out of the cabin when we start it on a morning like this, and we can just let it go for a few minutes, let it heat things up. You got to hurry, kiddo. You're good. That fire's going to go right out. So calm down when you get your hand in there. And don't smother the fire. No, put it on the other side on top of the log. There you go. And that way, and push it over to where your flame is. There you go. And that way you can just keep feeding that flame. Don't leave your fingers in there. You can just keep feeding that flame until it gets a little better established. That's all you're doing, is keeping that one flame alive. So cut yourself some more. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Ilson.
And you always have to close this part down really slowly so it isn't blowing out the flame.
Yep, you have to just kind of learn how to do it as you go, huh? The girls like to make their own clothes, so when they have a costume that they're kind of tired of making and wearing, we save all the cotton scraps. We don't save anything with polyester or nylon or wool.
It just melts and stinks up.
Yep, they melt and stink. You need some, and it does work better when you're starting a fire to put the tinder, the kindling, whatever you're using, down at the bottom, because it feeds it. But since we have a little girl doing it, I'm gonna let her put it in the top.
Yeah, I normally like to put the fabric down.
Oh,
to
right.
So it can catch easier, but this time I'm on top is working pretty well.
Okay, kiddo, if you're gonna talk to the camera, you gotta actually point your mouth at the camera. They can't hear you.
Normally, I like to put the fabric at the bottom so it can catch fire easier, but this time it's working really good on top, so I'm just gonna leave it on top.
Yep. We've had some pretty dry weather, so all the wood, there hasn't been any humidity in the air, so all the wood is dry and just ready to take off. Okay, cut yourself one more piece, and then I think you're gonna be good. Usually what we like to do is get those little tea lights, those little candles that they have at the Dollar Tree, dollar store. We get some of those, and then if our coals have gone out, if we're having a hard time getting the fire to light, we will stick
Candle in there and then light it.
Yep.
Normally, I actually like to wrap the candle in fabric and paper, and then it'll catch even bigger on fire, and then it'll catch the wood on fire quicker.
Yep, that's very true. If you guys can hear that, that's the rocket stove already rocketing a little bit.
It's rocking. We had a really big breakfast today, and I already earned $5 today too.
Okay. Maybe on the other side to feed the one that's already going. Just don't smother it. Put it in and then get your fingers out so you're not getting burnt. All right. So that's our morning. We'll probably let that run for maybe an hour.
Oh, can I show them your brie container thing where I put wool in it?
After you put up your matches, your scissors, and your matchbox. Let's not leave a mess when we got a fire going. All right. Let's see. Tyler Wood said a bit nippy down here in the Gulf Coast, not even out of the 80s yet. I'm not sure what our temperatures have been lately.
But except for yesterday and today, been actually pretty nice and warm.
Do we use lighter sticks too? We use a whole bunch of different stuff. We use the little fire lighters that you can use for grills. We use
The clickers.
We use the fire starters over at the Honeydew Carpenter. He has some special ones that work really well with this because it doesn't blow sometimes the velocity of the air moving through the bottom of the stove will blow out a light.
And our neighbors us these.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. All right, so little Miss Kaya has it all started, and hopefully my new phone doesn't try and suggest something weird to me as I try to show you the fire. So that's the rocket stove. We did take the oven off the top, so it is out on the grill now. And there we go. Not too bad for a short little 10-year-old to get the fire going that fast. Yep, you're not short. Okay, put up your scissors. Yes, but I can't do it one-handed, so you're gonna have to open it. Please, okay, Tyler Wood said, please pray our farm sale goes through quickly. We found a great off-grid property in Washington State, but can't make an offer without a closing date. Well, congratulations. Okay, Kai made me that yesterday.
Yes, yesterday.
It's a tree.
Well, it's
Okay,
not
stop moving it.
one
Stop moving it. You got to hold it still or else the camera can't focus on it. Okay, Paige, you got your hair done? All right, so I'm going to go show you guys how we set up the oven.
It's not what a tree is, it's what a tree is.
This is the oven, and we set it up here. We set it up here when it's not winter. And it just sits right on top of the flame. And in the winter, it sits on top of the rocket stove. So, there we go. We always have wood split because we are in Idaho and you never know when it's going to be cold. And then there's the rocket stove in the cabin. So I'm going to go ahead and get back to my day, and thank you guys for popping in for the live stream. And